But first, Hertfordshire is fast becoming the film capital of the UK. It's been announced today that a £700 million film and TV studios will be built in Broxbourne, just 20 minutes down the road from Elstree Studios in Borehamwood and the home of Harry Potter, the Warner Brothers Studios in Leavesden. The development will be the first Sunset Studios outside America, where they've made blockbusters like When Harry Met Sally, Karate Kid and more recently La La Land. Our correspondent Simon Harris has more.
Next to the M25 in Hertfordshire, a piece of farmland is about to become dreamland. This cornfield is set to become Britain's newest movie studio after the site was bought by a consortium of investors. And they're promising to inject £300 million a year into the local economy.
As you can see, I haven't stopped smiling. This is absolutely phenomenal news. I mean, we're not talking about a small-scale investment here. We're talking about a considerable amount of money, £700 million into the UK economy and 4,500 jobs, which is absolutely fantastic news for Hertfordshire.
The site at Theobald's Park near Waltham Cross will be called Sunset Studios after its American parent studio. It's hoped films and TV programmes will be made here.
We have strong relationships with the major global production companies, whether that's Amazon or Netflix, Apple, and so forth. And based on the discussions that we've had with a number of these major global production companies, all of them have expressed strong interest in this site once it's developed.
It's going to cost £700 million to build the studios and backup facilities. Hertfordshire already has strong links with Hollywood. The county boasts two big studios, Warner Brothers at Leavesden and Elstree Studios in Borehamwood. Hertfordshire's movie-making boom began in the 1990s when a disused aero-engine factory was converted into a studio for the James Bond film GoldenEye. Elaborate sets included a recreation of part of Siberia. The studio also hosted George Lucas's Star Wars prequels. And today, Leavesden is best known as the home of Harry Potter.
No other country in the world, including North America itself, can claim the volume of work that we've got going on here. And our job is to make sure we carry on getting it. And in order to do that, we need facilities like Sunset Studios.
The new studio's neighbours include a hotel and private members club.
It could mean a lot more memberships to start with. People that might want to have a place to come and unwind a bit outside the buzz of the studios themselves. So it could be quite a good escape for whoever works there, and who knows, for the old movie star.
The studios scheme was welcomed by the Prime Minister, who called it excellent news. Simon Harris, ITV News, Waltham Cross.
Getting headlines in newspapers around the world is the dream of most tourist attractions, but Westminster Council might want to look away. Their £2 million mound at Marble Arch has been widely ridiculed, and now Labour politicians are calling for an independent inquiry to explain why it flopped so spectacularly. Here's our political correspondent, Simon Harris.
The Marble Arch mound was proving popular today, with pigeons at least. The birds appeared to be feeding off the troubled tourist attraction. And among the handful of visitors, the Davis family from Rayleigh, on a day out, liked what they saw.
I thought it was fantastic. It was beautiful. Another point of view of seeing London, I thought it was. It was fantastic, wasn't it, boys?
Yeah. It's easy to sneer, but for the price of a fancy coffee, you can go and do something that's only going to be here till January, so it's something a bit different.
Westminster Council's attempt to bring visitors back to the West End has cost £2 million, but it's still a building site. The greenery covering the wood and scaffolding hill appears threadbare in places. Some visitors complained the view of Hyde Park was blocked by trees. Labour is demanding an independent inquiry.
This thing shouldn't have opened with bins everywhere, cables everywhere, the inside's not finished, the greenery not done outside. These are sort of basic things that the council should be doing if it's spending millions of pounds of public money.
The mound has generated unflattering headlines around the world. A TV station broadcasting to the Middle East reported on it today. A New York Times headline said Londoners were promised a hill with a view, they got a pile of scaffolding. According to the Irish Times correspondent, it was the worst thing I've ever done in London. And CNN described it, not entirely accurately, as a heap of earth. We asked to speak to someone from the council, but once again we were told no one was available. Instead, we were referred to Westminster's website, which carries an apology, not from the leader, but from the chief executive. Stuart Love said, "We wanted to open the mound in time for the summer holidays, and we did not want to disappoint people who had already booked tickets. We made a mistake, and we apologise to everyone who hasn't had a great experience on their visit."
I think the council are damned if they do and damned if they don't. What I don't want to do is be a curmudgeon. What I want to do is work with the council to encourage more people to come to the West End.
Westminster has now announced anyone booking tickets online will get in free during August. Originally, prices started at £4.50 per person. The Dutch architects behind the project have promised the Mound will get better, saying the weather hasn't helped and nature needs to be given time. Simon Harris, ITV News, Marble Arch.